Hello, Miss. Uh,
Hi, I'm Micaela Erica, but just call me Mika lang.
and I'm Ivan Spencer Bichalo from BSBA MM2As. So, I have a quick question. Konti lang. What are you selling?
Actually, I'm not just the one selling it, but it's a family business kasi. So we're selling desserts, pastries like cakes, brownies, and many more.
Oh, so like, when did this start?
Actually, it started after pandemic. Uh, Nakaisip lang kami. My mother is a baker kasi. So we just
Oh,
started in a small kitchen lang.
mm,
And after pandemic, on demand kasi yung cakes, pastries, like online order. So we decided to use my mother's talents in
mm,
baking. And then that's it. From a small kitchen, we have stall na now sa DGT. And we're
mm.
planning to have a physical store talaga sa downtown.
Oh, nice. So, I have a question, five question about closing. So,
Oh, yeah.
mm. So first, what closing techniques do you usually apply and why do they work for you?
Closing techniques. Usually I use summary close
Mm,
because this is where I review the benefits before making a decision. Bali, ginathink or ginati ko muna kung ano yung magiging benefits ng decision na gagawin ko. So, by reviewing that decision, by reviewing that benefits, I can make the decision agad. And it works because some customers kasi they see the value and they also make the decision easier and less stressful.
oh. So second question, um, how do you respond when a prospect is still unsure at the final stage of the sale?
Ano, I ask clarifying questions and address their concerns calmly. So in business kasi, it is important to stay calm. If your customer is like, medyo ano na sila, medyo aburido na,
Mm,
you should be the one na maging calm lang para ma-address mo ng maayos yung problems nila, yung concerns nila. You should be calm. And by being calm, you can give the solution to their problem without any misunderstandings. Like, kalmado lang lahat. And it will have a good outcome. Like, ganon. And I reassure them by explaining the benefits again. Kung ano yung benefits ng ano nila. And I never rush them, which helped me build trust. Kasi in business then, it is important to have trust from a customer.
thank you. So the next question is, can you share a difficult sale you close and explain the steps you took to succeed?
Um, Challenging sale is I once closed a difficult sale by listening carefully to the client's concern or client's worries. Uh, I explained the product step by step and
Mm,
with clear solution. Balik kung ano yung ah, flow talaga ng product, kung ano yung some customers kasi mag-ask sa'min kung ganang mga detailed ingredients talaga. So, in order for them to ano din na alam talaga nila kung ano yung ingredients, I explain step by step and by ingredient, kumbaga, by ingredient na, ma'am, this is a ano. I start from the name of the product, then
mm.
I tell them kung ano yung ingredients ng product and ano yung how we bake it, kumbaga. Kung paano namin siya niluto and ano
Mm.
yung process ng pagluluto until the design and to packaging din.
Oh, importante talaga yung ano 'no, mapakita sa kanila yung ingredients para
Yes,
makuhanin mo na sila. Thank
yes, it
you.
is important then to explain. Baka may allergies kasi sila sa gano'n. So,
Oo.
at least you can tell them right ahead.
So the next question is, what strategy do you use to close a sale without sounding forceful or aggressive?
Mm. Uh, I focus on asking honest question and
Mm.
showing how the product fits their needs. Bale, I ano tawag nito? I ask them bale feedback kumbaga. I
Mm.
ask them feedback from the product kung kung ano ba kulang, anong kailangan o ano yung nagpasobra.
Ah,
Then kung fit lang ba sa taste buds nila, like kan anong tawag nito, kung ayos lang ba sa kanila or is
mm.
it patok ba to sell it outside pa or to make other products pa, other flavors. Like, I ask feedback then kung ano yung kulang kasi feedback helps us to
Mm.
improve our product kasi. Kay example, sabi na kulang sa tamis, so we adjust some ingredients sa product namin para to fit their taste buds or their needs na hinahanap nila sa product namin. I also avoid pressure and let them decide at their own pace. And this makes the closing natural and comfortable.
Nice. Like you said na ano, humihinga sila sa feedback nila kung masarap ba or medyo matamis. Kasi
Yes.
yung mga tao kasi like iba-iba yung panlasa, yung taste
Yes.
and preferences nila.
Oo,
So,
ganun.
like importante
Yeah.
talaga eh.
Yes,
So,
importante.
sa fifth question, what common closing mistakes do salespeople make and how do you avoid them?
Mm. Usually the common closing mistakes in
Mm,
a business is many sales people rush the customer or talk too much.
mm,
Yung you have many questions sa customer mo, you're being talkative kumbaga. And iba-iba kasi yung ano ng attitude ng customers natin. Some may like na you are being talkative, but some may like not or they are in a they have other plans kumbaga. So you're taking their time good.
mm,
So we don't you have to be careful kung you have to look for ano ba, titingnan mo talaga, kikilatisin mo yung customer mo
ah,
and ano yung attitude na. Kasi kailangan mo pantayan yung attitude niya eh. Hindi mo
mm,
hindi mo dapat pasobdahan or kulang, dapat pantay kayo ng attitude. And I avoid this by listening more and asking the right questions. Pinapakinggan namin yung customers, kung
mm,
ano yung needs nila, and we always listen talaga. Kasi there's a ano kasi na the customer is always right, 'di ba?
tama.
So it is important to listen to them, to listen to their needs. And this keeps the closing smooth and respectful.
Mm. So, sa lahat naman ata na merong mistakes talaga kasi gusto mong makabenta. Like for example na pino-force mo yung ano, yung tao na bilhin yung product mo kahit di naman gusto niya. Kaya yun. So,
Yeah, may ganun.
so I have 5 question about follow-up strategy. So here's the first question. What is your overall follow-up strategy after meeting a potential client?
Ano, my strategy is to send a polite thank you message and a
Mm,
short summary of what we discussed. So mm, I send or I say thank you, like thank you for meeting me, ganon.
mm,
We always say thank you talaga because thank you is a big impact talaga in a business. So saying a simple thank you uh, has a big impact. And sending him a short summary kung ano yung napag-usapan,
mm,
ano yung mga naging plans, kumbaga ano yung mga deals. And by doing this, this keeps the connection warm. And then I check it in a few days kung okay ba, kung good pa, kung good ba yung result ng pag ano namin, pag-meet up namin. So yeah, it's important to say thank you and sending a short summary kung ano yung napag-usapan.
Thank you. So here's the second question. How soon do you usually follow up after a presentation or product demo?
Okay. Usually sa ano namin,
Mm.
especially in SOCMED, we usually follow up the social media manager from time to
Mm.
time or 20 to 48 hours.
Mm.
Kasi this shows professionalism and interest. We we follow up our SOCMED manager or we remind her na ganito, sana po yung ganito natin, sana yung for posting natin,
Mm.
for posting this coming Thursday, ganon. Para at least yung process or yung flow ng business natin is sunod-sunod kumbaga.
Mm.
Bale, walang nami-miss. So, may magwi-wait kasi sa atin. We have customers na magwi-wait sa atin. So, we have to keep them updated also. So, we start that by social media. Kasi most of the people ngayon is more on social media. So,
Mm.
we update our manager or we follow up our social media manager from time to time para wala tayong ma-miss na update for our customers.
Nice. By using a social media kasi yun na yung
Yeah.
uso ngayon. Doon na
Oo,
tayo
yun.
gumagamit, kumbaga. Kasi doon na
Yes,
tayo.
more on
Doon na
social media
umiikot
na
yung
kasi
mundo
yung
natin.
usapan.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, here's the third question. Which follow-up channels do you prefer? Call, text, email, and why?
Usually sa business
Mm.
throughout the year, we usually prefer call and email. Kasi nga, pag calls kasi mas mabilis.
Mm.
Like, mas ma-notice mo, 'di ba? Instead, unlike kung text or message, like, malay mo naka-silent ka or what,
Mm.
or naka-mute yung ano mo, or naka-off pa ng data. So, hindi mo mamamalayan, 'di ba? Unlike sa
Mm.
call is, like, may ano kasi, so, may ringtone, so, fast mo lang siya masagot mo agad, at least ano natin yung concern.
Mm.
And sa emails naman is like what I've said earlier na social media, medyo hands-on kasi kami sa medias namin ngayon. So, mas madali sa amin yung emails. And doon sa emails kasi is makikita namin yung may pictures kasi. May
Mm.
pictures naman sa Messenger pero mas madali yung email kasi they can send G Drive or ano tawag na to, mga links. And mas nice yung quality kasi pag email and mas professional pag email.
Mm.
And yung email kasi is more detailed kasi unlike in Messenger. It's giving unformality kasi. While the email is giving formality and professionalism with a detailed process or anong tawag ito? Detailed detailed
Mm.
data. And I choose this channel because most client kasi namin mas comfortable sila sa emails and calls para to avoid misunderstandings and delays.
Oh, nice. Like as you said no
Mhm.
na you use email because parang professional yung dating.
Yes,
Kasi if
yes.
like messenger lang or simple text is like unprofessional, like informal, kumbaga. So,
Oo, ganon.
mm. So if email kasi like pwede kayong mag-send like yung mga follow-ups, like it's professional. So,
Yes, and it fits
next.
in the business kasi.
Mm, that's right. So next, what steps do you take when a prospect stops responding after the first contact?
Unresponsive, ano, ah, if they stop responding kasi or bale, siguro nakalimutan, I
Mm.
usually send a polite reminder. Yung mahinahon lang na reminder and offer them help. Baka kasi nahirapan sila or what, or hindi kaya ng time management. So I
Mm.
offer help then sa kanila para at least mas faster yung pag-ano natin, yung process. And then I follow up again with value-based messages. And I also, I never pressure them so they feel respected. Kasi pag minamadali mo sila, we don't know
Mm.
kasi baka may ginagawa sila or medyo nahihirapan silang gawin yon.
Mm.
So you should understand also their situation. Kung understand their lifestyle kumbaga. Baka kasi hindi lang 'yan yung ginagawa nila.
Oo.
So we have to ask them po kung, kaya ba nila yung work or they need help. We should always be ready to help them for at least both parties ay hindi mahirapan.
Mm. Thank you. So, here's my last question. So, how many follow-ups do you make before marking a lead as inactive or cold?
Sa ganyan, especially now na big yung business namin and we're
Mm.
planning to make it big pa. We usually follow up 3 to 5 times before marking a lead as inactive. Yes, kasi 3 to 5 times kasi if you just follow up one time lang, parang unrespectful na kasi siya.
Mm.
Kasi nga, 'di ba sabi ko, we have to understand the situation then nila. So, 3 to 5 times lang or usually pinakaano na talaga yung 5 times. And after that, we will mark it as inactive na. And I space the messages so I don't look pushy para medyo may respect pa din pa kumbaga. We mark it inactive pero we should be polite pa rin. We should be
Mm.
kind and respectful by pag nag-mark ka ng inactive, do it in a right way, in a respectful way, and this gives them time to decide. So it's important then to be respectful then in a business. Don't be too rushy or too pushy about that.
Thank you. No, so I have another question. Like, do you have any business tips? Yan.
Business tips. Uh, like what kind of tips? Like yung how to grow the business or ano ba?
Like that.
Okay. Uh, ano, now na nagabig na yung company namin and planning to expanding it more pa, uh, it's important to be patient.
Oh.
Patient, respect, and be polite lang. Patient kasi you should be patient at all times. In business kasi, it's not always na mataas kayo.
Mm.
It's not always na you're on top. Minsan din sa business, you're in the middle side or at the bottom. Then, pag ganyan, you should be patiently waiting to go high again, to go on top again. And respect, yeah, it's important to have respect also, not just to your customer, but also to your coworkers, especially to your staff. Kasi without your staff, you don't have the business din, di ba?
Mm.
Kung wala yung staff mo, wala yung mga coworkers mo, wala din yung business. Because they also have a big help din. Malaki din yung tulong nila sa business mo. So it's important to have respect talaga. Kahit na abulido na kayo, mainit na yung ulo niyo, dapat may respeto pa rin. And polite. Be polite lang, especially to your customer.
Mm.
Kasi in a business, it's I'm still a student, a BSHM student. What I've learned, being polite, it's important to have hospitality. gano'n. Kasi Filipinos are known to be hospitable, 'di ba? So,
Mm.
it's important to be polite to your customers, to your staff, to your boss, to everyone in a business so that your business will grow and will be on top lang.
Oh,
So, yun lang.
ang ganda 'no, like nag-start kayo sa pandemic, 'di ba? Nag-start kayo nung pandemic.
Bale after pandemic.
After, like
Oo, after pandemic.
after nun, ano first yung first pumatok na nabenta niyo? Like ano yun?
Ah, yung after business kasi 'di ba nga more on online,
Ah,
online orders yung tao. Yung pumatok talaga sa'min is yung mga bento rice meals. Kasi aside sa pastries and
mm,
cakes, we also have food din kasi, viands, gano'n. So yung pumatok sa'min is yung bento rice meal kasi namin, yun. From that, like simpleng lutong bahay, nagawa namin siyang special to other people. So from that, we have catering business na,
mm.
hanggang sa food trays. So, food trays with cakes, gano'n. Hanggang
Oh,
sa ano na, from bento lang to dati ano lang, is we only have, 20 orders of bento rice meal lang. Ngayon is, nakaka-sale na kami up to 150 to 300 bento rice meals na.
oh,
And yes, and aside from that, we have caterings na like food
hmm,
trays. Usually, ano na, 50 food trays na yung na-ano namin, nase-sale, 50 to hundreds na. Yes, and sa cakes din, we have yung, fruit cakes,
mm,
brownies, yung mga mini bites lang. And before is from boxes lang. Ngayon is we also serve na pika-pika,
hmm.
yung sa mga parties na talaga. Yes, and we have like yung ano na, bale yung customized cake, kung ano yung gusto ng customers, gano'n.
Like
Yes,
sa
so bale
birthday.
yes, gano'n.
Hmm,
Weddings, birthdays, anything. We also from birthday parties, sa subdivision lang yun namin.
mm.
Ngayon nag-serve na kami to outside, mga hotels, mga big
Hindi lang around Davao, outside din.
yes, outside. Naka-deliver na kami sa Digos.
Ang layo.
Yes. Yes, naka-deliver
Dumating
na
na
kami
dun yung
dun.
ano 'no, yung benta
Yes.
niyo dun.
Oh,
Grabe.
yes.
Mm. Tapos
So,
may tanong pa ako, meron ba, may time ba na like hindi naman lahat tataas 'di ba, like nalugi? Like for
mm.
or
Hmm, yung nalugi?
mm,
Ah, wala naman. Hindi naman sa nalugi, pero usually hindi naman sa lugi, pero siguro yung mababa lang yung sales, gano'n. Kasi nga, medyo walang tao, umat-umal, gano'n lang. Pero yung lugi talaga, wala pa, none so far. Kasi pinag-aaralan namin ni mama. Kasi partner kami ni mama, eh.
mm.
Pinag-aaralan namin kung paano itaas yung bale paano kami aangat ulit. So from mahina, pag-aaralan namin 'yun kung paano namin siya iangat. Yes.
Ah, nice.
Mm.
Like hindi na lang na-hit yung target niyo na quota,
Yung
like that?
Oo, yan. Yung
Ah,
siyempre
mm,
matumal, yung walang pakod,
mm.
yung walang pera yung mga tao, siyempre mababa. So we have to make a strategy kung paano 'yun pataasin ulit.
So, parang kung sa atin pa, kung alam niyo medyo mahina yung like sumasabay kayo sa trend or sikat na
Yes.
panlasa nila, gano'n.
Yes, gano'n.
Hmm,
Like, go with the flow sa trend. Kung ano yung gusto nila, then go, gano'n.
nice. So, after this, where your shop located or
Saan kami?
Hmm.
As of now is nag-aano pa rin kami, home base.
Mm.
Pero we have a physical store na sa DGT, sa Davao Global Township, located sa Matina.
Mm.
Meron kami doon, Lynn's Little Kitchen. And we also have online sa Facebook, sa Instagram, sa TikTok, we're working on it pa. So, we accept online bookings pa rin, online
Mm.
orders, and sa DGT, every Thursday to Sunday, start is 4 p.m. until 11 p.m.
So that's it. Thank you, Miss Micaela.
Yes, thank you
Thank
then.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.